What's up, everybody? Welcome in. We are going to be shipping some orders like we do every morning. We got 10 orders going out the door. We actually have, I think, 13 items going out, but we had two bundle orders. We had one on Posh and then one on eBay. So we have quite a few pieces going out. Lots of polo today. Yesterday and today was definitely a polo day for sales. So hang out, see what's sold. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat as we're waiting on people to hop on in. No YouTube video this week. I decided not to. I was going to throw together like a really quick video just to keep the weekly uploads going, but I was like, no, I'm not going to put out a crappy video just to keep the streak going. So be on the lookout for a video next week. I'm going to go sourcing on probably Sunday this week, either Sunday or Wednesday, and grab a bunch of stuff, and I'll make a video when I do that. So I just didn't want to throw together a video. It didn't make sense to do it. All right, well, everybody's hopping in. We're going to go ahead and get started. Again, feel free to ask questions. Let me know what sold yesterday if you're watching this on replay. Make sure you say replay down in the chat on Facebook and YouTube so I know that you came back. And then if you sold anything cool, drop it in the chat, like the live, all that good stuff. I'd appreciate it. Let's start with our big Posh bundle yesterday. What's up, Juliet? We got 3 Ralph Lauren shirts that sold. We got this one. We got this one, which is just a plain blue one. And then we got a nice plaid. All of these were like size 16 or 16 and a half, is what the buyer wanted. They bundled them together, sent me an offer for 60 bucks, so like 20 bucks a piece. I was like, sure. Took that offer, accepted it. So nice little sale right there, nice little bundle order. We have another bundle order coming later in the live, but that one was on eBay specifically. Actually, I'm gonna get a bigger bag. I'm still waiting for my Ground Advantage supplies. What's up, Candy? I'm still waiting for my Ground Advantage supplies to hit. They're supposed to be delivered yesterday, but they didn't get delivered. I'm also waiting for boxes for my show for this weekend. Yeah, I ordered a bunch of shoe boxes. I'm actually like really low on them, and for some reason the Amazon shipment is like super delayed. It's in Tampa, but it hasn't moved for like a week. So I do promote all items. Yes, I promote all my listings currently at 9%. I talked about this the other day. Actually, I have lots of news to talk to you guys about. Talked about this the other day. As soon as I start doing some live sales on eBay Live, I probably will just drop all my promotions. There's going to be no point for me to promote because I'm going to be able to lead people from the live to my store. So I'm going to do the promoting myself instead of relying on eBay to promote. And then I'll drop my promotion rate down to 0. Use Ground Advantage supplies on eBay? No, you can use them everywhere. You can use them everywhere. It doesn't matter. As long as you fix a Ground Advantage label and you use the proper weight and dimensions, you're allowed to use it. Even though some people will tell you you're not. Those are post office supplies. Those are not Poshmark only supplies. It's not like the post office specifically made boxes and bags just for Poshmark. If you think that they're doing that, that's just crazy. Poshmark is a little fry compared to some of these big businesses that use the post office. So yes, feel free to use them for any service. You just got a direct line to order them because you have a Posh account. That's basically it. I already got a violation. That's wild. But yeah, use them everywhere. I plan to use them everywhere. Unfortunately, you can only order, looks like for me, I can only order 100 at a time of each. So as soon as those get delivered, I'm just going to create a new order. I'm just going to keep ordering more and more until I get enough on hand. Sometimes UPS is faster and cheaper than USPS. Am I allowed to change the shipping to that on eBay? Yeah, as long as it's faster and it gets there at the same exact time or before, absolutely you can change it. The reason I don't use UPS, and I agree with you in some cases, is actually cheaper to use UPS, especially if I use Shippo. A lot of times it's like a couple cents cheaper to use UPS. With the Surpost, I think it is the name of it. The reason I don't is because then I would have to go drive to the UPS store and drop them off. So yeah, I don't do that because I don't want to have to spend the time. I'd rather pay the extra couple pennies and have the post office pick it up at my door. What's up, Trisha? What's up, Ashley? Poshmark is crazy these days. What do you mean? Crazy as good or crazy as bad? Next up, I got hiccups. Next up, this is a Holderness and Bourne quarter zip. It's a great brand to look for. I think I actually picked this up in a YouTube video. This one has an embroidery right there in the corner. It's some random Canyon something embroidery. It's not like a great golf course or anything like that, but I still picked this up because it's Holderness and Bourne. It's a great brand to look for. And this one sold for a best offer of 25 bucks. Do you use the ground advan? Hey, do you use Ground Advantage? Where do you get the supplies? Ground Advantage, if you're looking for specific Ground Advantage supplies, you can order them if you have a Poshmark account. Something in my eye. You can order them on your Poshmark account through the app and have them delivered. If you don't have a Posh, then you can't order them. You can't like go to USPS and order them on the website. They don't have them available there. They're only on Posh. Or if you have like a very, very large company and you do a lot of shipments out of it, you can usually get a contract with the post office, and then you can get some of the supplies that way, because there are some businesses that do have the supplies that aren't Poshmark already. There's actually been businesses for like a year before Poshmark got the supplies that already had the Ground Advantage supplies, but you have to ship a lot of stuff. So I love using my Ground. Yeah, I'm waiting for mine to get delivered. I got suspended for deleting items that I sold on other platforms. Yeah, Kimberly, reach out to Posh support. Usually you message them and within 24 hours they reinstate your account. Just let them know that you canceled an item or you took down an item that's sold on another platform, and then you could also send them a screenshot of that, and then usually they'll reinstate your account almost immediately. So it's annoying. It's just the algorithm that's picking it up. This is what happens when platforms like TikTok, platforms like Poshmark use an algorithm and rely on that instead of relying on humans to actually deal with their services, because you get banned for stupid reasons. Like I already got a restriction on my TikTok live because the algorithm picked up something I said and restricted me from being on the For You page. So that's the problem. AI is great for some things, and then also it's horrible for other things. They just tweak the AI and say anytime a person says this word, ban them. But an actual person looking at this live would see that I've done nothing wrong. So it's just annoying. You just got to deal with it. What's up, Bobby? How do you go about learning new brands? Go watch some of my Bolo videos, Lee. Lee, if you watch those Bolo videos on YouTube, I haven't made one in a while, but they're like my most popular series that I did. Go back and watch those. Look at how I look up items. Look at how many are listed versus how many are sold. And then you just apply that to a very vague item. For example, you're going to type in men's jeans, and you're going to do the same exact formula that I did. You're going to look for items, and then you're going to go back in and put those items back into search and look at how many are listed versus how many are sold. That's how you learn about new brands. You learn what's selling and what's not selling. What size are those clear bags? 10 by 13. They're the ones that are linked in my... Actually, the ones that are linked in my link tree are, I think, a 9 by 12. Buy the next size up, 10 by 13s. I'm a new seller, started beginning of February, sold 7 items first 7 days, and then no more afterwards. I post daily. What do? Do the same thing I just told Lee to do. Start looking up items. The items that you have listed, look at how many are listed versus how many are sold. Also look at what they're selling for and price against what they're selling for and not what they're listed at. People can list anything for whatever price they want. They can list these pair of jeans right here for $200 if they want. But if there's only sales for around $35, that's all you're going to get for these jeans. So don't just arbitrarily price your items because you're never going to sell them. Speaking of jeans, these are Rag & Bone men's jeans. Probably retail for $200, but they don't resell in pre-owned condition for $200. These sold for $31 over on Posh. See a bunch of questions. I'm going to try to catch up to all you guys real quick. What ad rate do you run your bread and butter items? Everything's 9%. Everything in my entire store is 9%. Bought the bags and love them. Yes, I've been using these bags for a very, very long time. Why did it just almost make me end the stream? I've been using these bags since the beginning. Since I've been reselling, I've been using these bags and the clear bags. Not like I have a partnership deal or anything with this company. I just use their Amazon affiliate link, but I've been using them for a while. I can't find them on Poshmark. Go to my Facebook or my YouTube. Go to my Facebook or my Instagram and scroll for a little bit. Little Fat Guy. I like your name, by the way. I'm a little fat guy too. Scroll for a little bit and you'll find, I just made a post on Poshmark. Now, some people don't have it on their app yet. You have to still call the post office. It's slowly rolling out. I luckily have it on mine, so I don't have to worry about it. Start small business a few years back. Much again. What's up, Treasure? Appreciate you. You know what the title of the YouTube video? I want to see how you find stuff. Just go to my YouTube channel and type in Bolo, B-O-L-O, and all my Bolo videos will pop up. I have a tie Bolo video, a jacket Bolo video, polo Bolo video, jeans, pants, I think. I have a few of them. I need to make another one. That's actually what I was going to make this week, but I was just going to throw it together and I didn't want to do that. What's your return rate on eBay? Not much. I think my return rate is less than 2% right now. It's like 1 point something percent. You can see in the face, Flimmer. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I made a post on that yesterday. Doing the workouts, doing all the good stuff that I don't like to do, but I'm doing it. This is a John Varvatos men's Henley shirt. If you go to the bins, you could probably grab these really cheap all the time. John Varvatos is a good, like, solid lower end bread and butter brand. It always sells really fast, but you're never going to get a ton of money for them if they're just basic pieces like this. But the Henleys always sell quick. I actually picked this up locally in a bulk buy for $4, and it sold over on Posh in like 3 days for 19 bucks. So just a quick, easy sale, not a huge money maker, but I made more than $10 and I listed it, and it took only a couple days to sell. So I actually had it listed for 23, I think, and the person made a $19 offer, and I took it. I remember you. I remember you used to buy from our, used to be in our Whatnot shows, hang out in our lives. I appreciate you. You've been a long time follower. Yeah, John Varvatos shoes are great. Also, the blazers can sell really well too. They sell for more. They're more of like non-bread and butter item, but that specifically was a bread and butter item, those Henley shirts. Lots of brands that have Henleys will sell really quick. For example, Peter Millar Henley shirts will sell really quick, but they're super hard to find. Rag and Bone men's Henley shirts. I don't pick up hardly anything men's Rag and Bone like shirt wise, like dress shirt wise, but the Henleys always move super fast for me. So if you're out there thrifting and you find some Henleys, you might want to take a second to look them up because they're kind of rare, especially long sleeve ones. I've been busy sourcing and posted my vids on socials. Sorry about this. No, you're good, Dora. You're good, Dora. I appreciate you stopping in. That's good. You're out there sourcing. I haven't sourced in like a week and a half. And today I was gonna go sourcing, but the kids are home today. It's like we have a strawberry festival. It's like a state fair strawberry festival thing that's happening, and they give the kids Friday off, and then they also have Monday off. I was like, man, where were all these days off? Where were all these days off that when I had school, I didn't have some random festival day off? What is this? What is this? All right, next up, we got a men's Polo Ralph Lauren shirt. Is it that one? Where is it? 72. Did I ship the wrong item? 7247. Is this one not in here? Hold on, chat. I gotta figure this out. Awaiting shipment. 7247. It should be below that Ralph Lauren shirt. It's not import. Oh, there it is right there. I was completely swiped past it. Men's Ralph Lauren button-down shirt. This one sold for $22.50. That's a nifty best offer. Nifty sent out a 10% out offer, and this person accepted. Nice little, again, bread and butter sale. Not a crazy heavy hitter, but I sell a ton of Ralph Lauren. You guys are going to see it today. You guys have already seen quite a few, but I got quite a few more. Learned about Tori Richard from your live yesterday. Went to a new to me thrift and found 2. Let's go. List them now. You're about to see some Hawaiian shirts that sold for me yesterday as well. For some reason, Hawaiian shirts they're moving. This is like the very first time I've ever resold during this time of the year that Hawaiian shirts were like flying. I guess it's because it was so cold and a lot of people are going on vacation, but still, it's like Hawaiian shirts are moving so quick for me. I listed a Circle T Vintage Western Cowboy Blanket woven. I need your opinion. I listed. So what do you need help with? What is it you need help with? You listed it, but what do you need help with? If you're talking about like pricing it, I have no clue. You have to look up sold comps because I never sell blankets. I've been sourcing a few weeks for clothing. I've been scalping Pokemon and One Piece. There you go. Going hitting up all the stores and grabbing all those. I know some people that make some crazy money doing that. All right, that one's shipped. Do you have a video on how you can start making money on Facebook videos? I don't, Tiffany. But what you do is you just start posting content. One of my good friends, actually one of my main consigners, he's been posting consistently on Instagram and Facebook. He only had, I think, less than 100. I think it was like 100 to 200 followers on Facebook, and he just got monetized yesterday. He's just been consistently posting, and now every single post he puts out, either, whether it's a photo or if it's a video, he gets monetized for it. So what I would say is just be consistent. Again, he's been posting every single day. He's been posting stories. He's been posting videos like one every other day, and now that he's monetized, he's going to start posting more, obviously. But the way you get monetized is you just post. You watch other people's content. Whatever content you like watching on the internet, make videos similar to those and just go out and create your own videos. They're not too hard. All of his videos, by the way, don't have his voice. They don't have his face. Nothing. He's just showing his finds at the thrift store. That's it. We have the easiest way to make videos because you just have to show your finds and then put a little script in the beginning, like to hook the person, like the one that's thanks to the thrift store employee for pricing this dot dot dot. That leads people to watch the whole video, and that's what you want. You want them to watch the whole video so you get paid for it. But do I have a video on it? No, I don't have any video on it because I don't know. I don't think it would sit well with my audience because I'm more of like a reselling audience, but maybe in the future. Isn't Forrest Frank going to be there? Forrest Frank? Oh, at the festival? I don't know. I don't think we're going to go. What's up, Gloria? What's your average cost of goods when I go thrifting? It's somewhere around $7 to $8. If you watch some of my long form content, you'll see like my average buy price. Depends on what day I go to. If I go on like a discount day to red, white, and blue, usually I find a whole bunch of 75% off tags. So that means my buy cost will be a little bit lower. Whereas if I go to like a Goodwill, the starting price on all clothing at Goodwill is like $7.28 in my area. So it's pretty hard to get under that $7. So if you factor in both of those stores, because I shop at pretty much both those stores frequently, that raises my average buy cost. So I probably say like around $7.50. When I'm selling on Whatnot, most of that stuff is consigned or it's wholesale. So my average cost is either higher or there's no buy cost. There's no average cost of goods because when I do consignment, I have no cost in those items. I just make a commission off what I sell. So Whatnot's a little, I don't really have an average cost. It's really hard to figure that out. I mean, if you wanted to, you could say my average cost is 70% on my sale, but I never had a cost technically in that item because I sold it and made a commission off of it. How long do you keep inventory pics? So Nifty keeps all of my pictures in Nifty basically forever. I do have an iPhone, a 2 terabyte iPhone. So to be honest, I have pictures from 2-3 years ago and I don't have to clean them off because my phone can store like a crazy amount of photos and videos. But I never like go through and delete them. I just keep them on there. So get a phone with a big storage and you never have to worry about deleting your photos. I have videos on this thing. I have photos from 2-3 years ago, never delete them, and I still have like tons of memory. I had a 1 terabyte before this and it was only half full with like 3 years worth of photos in it. So get yourself a good phone, especially if you're getting it for your business. You can write off pretty much the entire amount anyway. So seen for 800, got an offer of 500 in less than an hour. I would hold out on that, Sassy. I would hold out. Counter high, because if you've seen some for 800 selling, you already got a $500 offer, it's probably a rare piece. So I would counter at like 750. Say, and then leave a message, say this is the lowest I can go. Because you just posted it. Nike pre-owned hats because they were doing Veros. I don't think pre-owned is where Nike's attacking. I think it's new. So new Nike items, some of those are getting Vero'd. I don't think pre-owned. I don't think they're attacking pre-owned. That'd be kind of wild if they attack pre-owned. There's a vintage blanket coat. It's been listed less than an hour. Yeah, I would hold out. I would hold out unless your buy cost is really low, Sassy, and you don't care and you just want to move it. If you paid like $2 for it and you're getting a $500 offer, yeah, I mean, you might want to just pass the deal on to somebody else and let them get a good deal. It just depends. That's how you want to do it. If you paid really low for that, $500 offer is good. Does listing every day make a difference? Just wondering. We don't list on the weekends. I think being consistent definitely helps. I mean, if you're going to a regular retail store and they're consistently restocking, or going to a thrift store and they're consistently restocking, you're going to continue to go back to that business. So you got to treat it the same way as your online businesses. I go to thrift stores that only restock like once or twice a week, and I only go there I only stop whenever I'm just driving by. Like I won't go out of my way to go to that thrift store. But for the thrift stores that restock every day, I'm stopping as often as I can because obviously they're going to have better stuff. So treat your business just like that. I do list fur coats, but I don't have any listed right now. You think it matters in the algorithm? I don't know. There's no proof to it. I think just listing consistently will help. How do you handle eBay returns for didn't fit? I take the return and I sell it again. If it sells, it'll sell twice. If you owned your own store, you're going to get people that buy stuff from you, like a Plato's Closet. They buy it, they come back and they return it. It's part of the game. You just gotta write it off at the end of the year as a loss, sell that item again. How long did it take you to get monetized? How long did it take to get monetized? Me, it's completely different for everybody, by the way. There's no like set timeline, but for me, I think I started posting, I think I got monetized within a month. But I was just taking all of my content that I was putting on TikTok and bringing it right over to Facebook, Instagram. When I post it to Instagram, you can link your Instagram with your Facebook. So as soon as you post it to Instagram, it gets posted right to your Facebook. So yeah, I got monetized pretty quick, but I already had I already had experience posting, so I was just posting the same stuff I was posting every day. What editor do you use? I use InShot. I use InShot for my short form videos on my phone, and I use CapCut. Appreciate the Galaxy. Holy cow. JP, that's insane. I use CapCut on my computer to edit my YouTube videos now. I used to use just iMovie, just the base version, but now I switched it up a little bit. Do you recommend consignment stores to sell in? I've never sold into consignment stores, but I know some can do really, really well. I've never sold though, so I don't have any like real opinions on it. Any recommendations on Canada Goose? I just scored a red Parker for $100. Would you recommend Bay or Posh? First, I would recommend making sure it's authentic. Then both eBay and Posh. Canada Goose is one of the most faked outdoor gear, you could say, because it's super high end. So just make sure it's real before you post it. Because I went, if you watch one of my recent thrifting videos, I found a kid's Canada Goose for like $5 at the thrift store. I thought I scored, and then after researching it, I found out that it was a fake. So just be careful. Appreciate you, JP. Me and my wife have been reselling for 6 years now on the side. Let's go. That's awesome. I like that. I like that a lot. Make that money for 6 years. That's good. That's a nice little side income. Are you still promoting? About 90% of my items sold now are promoted 8%. Yeah, I'm promoting at 9. Yeah, same thing here. That's just the new thing with eBay. Everything is going to be promoted now. If you promote any percentage, pretty much somebody who is scrolling through eBay is going to click on that promoted listing, and then you're going to get promoted because for 30 days you're going to be hit with that promoted fee. So when you establish your sell price, how much influence does the original MSRP have when pricing a new tag item? When I price an item, I do not look at the MSRP. I look at what they're selling for on eBay. So if the item retails for $200, I do not care about the $200 price. I'm not going to go, it's $200, so I'm going to do half and price it at $100 and arbitrarily just price it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into eBay, type in that item, filter for new, and see exactly what they're selling for. If they're only selling for $35 on average, even though that retail price is $200, I'm going to price it at $35. I'm not going to be like, well, it's $200. Everybody else is selling there for $35. They're underselling it. I'm going to price mine higher. Now, the difference between that, and this is where research comes into play, if there's only, let's say there's 50 that sold for around $35, but there's only 2 currently listed, and both currently listed are around $100, then yes, I will price mine a little bit more because obviously that item has lots of demand. It's selling really fast. The people who sold it under that price probably wanted to sell it very, very fast. So you can price now a little bit higher. Something I do with collectibles, if I ever find collectibles, like I used to, if you watch one of my older YouTube videos, I got a whole bunch of Christmas houses. And some of those Christmas houses were really, really rare. Department 56, brand new in the package pieces. There were none listed, but there were like 4 sold. So I priced them actually above what the ones that currently sold for were at. And I was able to sell mine for full asking price because there was a lot of demand for that item. So that's one thing you need to learn is look up supply and demand and then look up what the item is selling for, not too much about what the retail price is. Lots of questions. Let's go. Pays for the mortgage. I love it. Saw the Bolo videos, but couldn't find the one. Search the item, find what it sells. Watch the Bolo videos because I literally show you in the Bolo videos how I research items. I type in the brand name. I look at how many are listed versus how many are sold. You take that information of how I do that and you can apply it to anything on eBay. You can just type in men's pants and go through and scroll through and find one that sold for a really good amount. And then take that name, stick it in your search bar. Maybe I'll make a video on this. I'll make a video on this because it's such an easy way to do research. You can sit at night and research for 2 hours and probably find 15 to 20, 100% sell-through rate items if you just sit there and scroll through eBay. But that's basically what you're doing. You're going there, you're making a vague search, you're scrolling for a little bit, finding an item on that vague search, and then you're taking that item and putting it back into search, and then now doing your research on that specific item. Look at how many are listed versus how many are sold. So, yeah. Appreciate all the gifts, by the way. I got burned on the MSRP price tag on shirts and jeans before. No more. Yeah, make sure you do all your research on those. Do you have any tips besides consistency for growing a Whatnot channel with no social media following? Bring great inventory. If you don't want to talk about consistency, bring great inventory and have higher starts. Completely fine to start your items at higher prices if you're still giving a great deal for those items, right? And then just be consistent. I know you don't want to hear about it, but be consistent. You don't have to start your items at $1. If you want to grow really fast, you can start your items at $1 and lose money in the beginning, knowing that you're slowly going to grow into something bigger. But yeah, bring good inventory. Don't bring junk and then start your junk at like dollar starts and expect people to buy junk because they'll just leave and find another show that's selling such great inventory. Now and Whatnot, there's lots of competition. There's lots of people selling really, really great stuff. So you need to bring great stuff too. Otherwise, you're just going to be left in the dust. Do you ever go to Tampa Thrift? I found Johnny Was top for $3 and some other good brands, real cheap. They have opened a new location too. I have been, Janelle. And I went like a week ago and I walked out within like 10 minutes. Luckily, you found that Johnny Was top for $3. I was going through the aisles. Man, their pricing is so outrageous. They have George shirts for $10 there. They now have that new system where they do the discounts kind of like Red, White, and Blue does. But their pricing is so much higher than most of their stores in the area. They had a pair of Ariat jeans for $35. I was like, come on. Like these sell for $35 online. Just put them online if you want $35. It just deters me from going back. The one store I went to was the small one, not the big one that they just opened. I have been to the big one, but their pricing is too high. The manager actually wanted to work with me. It's funny. I walked in for the first time, and when I was checking out the stuff that we found, it was like right after they opened. The manager was behind the counter, and she's like, "I know you. You're K-Way." And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Do you ever work with thrift stores?" And I told her straight up, I said, I do. I've done videos for Red, White, and Blue before, but I wouldn't do a video for this store because you wouldn't like my opinion on it. And she's like, oh, okay. I was like, sorry, but she's like, what do you mean? And I was like, sorry, but your prices are way too high. She's like, that's weird. You're the first person to ever say that. And I was like, I just came down from Red, White, and Blue and filled the entire back of my trunk because they have a great sale. They retail for high. They bring the retail up, but they have really deep discounts all the time. So you get stuff that was $10 for 75% off. I would pay for $10 for it, but I would pay $2.50 for it. And she's like, oh, okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, okay, I get it. And she kind of just walked off. You could see her face like kind of got mad, but I was like, oh well, I'm telling you the truth. I think your prices are outrageous. After how many months days did you start making daily sales? How many items? To be honest, it was back in 2018. Daily sales probably came 6 to 8 months after I started. There was days when I would sell one thing and then I would sell nothing for like 2 or 3 days, and I'd sell like 3 things in a row. So it wasn't like super consistent in the beginning. But once I started building my inventory, that's when it started. So about 6 months. I was doing this part-time, so I was listing like 1 to 5 items a day. I wasn't like super duper serious about it. And then once I started getting daily sales, that's when I started ramping up my inventory. What's up, Ben? I got a bunch of questions still. Let me go and ship a couple more items, and then I got you guys' questions. I see a bunch in the chat. So let me ship out the next item, 8078. This is men's Polo Ralph Lauren Polo. I'm experimenting with putting keywords at the end of my titles. Nifty pretty much fills all of them out, but there are instances where I have like 5 characters left. So for this one, I put pony and I put Y2K at the very end. I usually just left that area blank, but I'm starting to fill out the entire title. It's been working because this sold in like 2 days. It's just a basic striped Polo Ralph Lauren Polo, sold for $22.99 plus ship. Super fast sale. I always saw the official Salvation Army page running live on eBay the other day. Yeah, they've been doing on Whatnot too. A lot of people are gonna get scared by that and be like, oh, they're gonna take all the good stuff and throw it on their eBay live. Both of those stores get way too much stuff to be able to go through every single piece and find all the profitable pieces. When you go to those stores, you're still gonna find awesome deals. You're gonna be able to buy stuff to resell. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Also, if your stores start to dry up, you just got to find other sources. Those stores you have the ability to buy, if you want to do this, a whole bunch of just random unsorted thrift store stuff. That's exactly what those thrift stores do to find all those gems. That's why they probably won't do it. So if you're not going to put the effort to order a whole truck full of random unsorted stuff, sort through it, find all the good stuff, and then get rid of all the bad stuff, that's exactly what those stores do. So if you think you won't do it, what makes you think the stores are going to go through and hire an employee to go through all of that stuff to find all that stuff? They'd rather just tag the stuff and put it out on the floor. Yeah. I think it's going to be big business for them, but I don't. There's still gonna be good stuff for everybody. Is a sales permit useful, or should I get an LLC? Talk to your tax pro. Talk to a business advisor about that. I'm just a dumb guy that sells used stuff online. I shouldn't be answering that questions for your numbers because I know nothing about your numbers. So talk to a professional about that. They'll be able to help you with that. Do you promote on Poshmark? No, I've never promoted, although I've been talking to some people that have promoted and they've been making better sales on Posh, like super consistent sales every day, like 8 to 10 items. And they have stores about my size, but I just don't want to give them more money. Like they already get 20%. Just imagine giving them an extra $20 per day just to push your items. Like it's just wild. It's just too much. Say approach I used. That's fair. Home with the flu, so going through the inventory. Let's go. Awesome. Well, not awesome you have the flu, but awesome you're getting some work done. Luckily we've avoided it, but my daughter woke up this morning and her voice is gone, so who knows what she has. Who knows what she's going to give us. Bonobos. These are men's Bonobos jeans. Always great to pick these up. I always find these at Red, White, and Blue really cheap. I think I actually found these in a YouTube video. These sold for $24.99 plus ship, and they usually sell within the month for me during the winter season. Obviously, during the summertime, maybe a little bit slower, but jeans sell year-round, so I'll always grab jeans. Yeah, try not to scare people. My local Salvation Army is great. Just was funny to see. Yeah, there's my buddy who sources a lot, one of my consigners. He just went to Salvation Army yesterday and found some absolutely crazy stuff. He found a purple label Ralph Lauren for $7.99 that was out on the floor. So if you don't think there's good stuff there, there's still so much good stuff. They just don't have time to go through all of those donations to pick out all the best inventory. And a lot of the people in the back that are doing the sorting they have constant turnover at those stores. So they have to retrain a person like every 2 months on what to look for, and they're just going to miss stuff. It's bound to happen. All right, that one shipped. Don't sleep on Plato's, bro. Been finding some amazing items. Yeah, I don't ever sleep on Plato's. I've actually have content where I went to Plato's Closet and sourced Plato's. I don't have one really close to me anymore. Where we used to live, I used to have one right down the street, and I would pop in every once in a while. But whenever I'm in the Clearwater area, I'll usually stop into the Plato's Closets, just at least one of them, because they have good shoes, good clothes too. Plato's gets really, really good stuff, and the people behind the counter don't know the online prices. So if they get a purple label Ralph Lauren shirt, most of the time they're going to price that at the Ralph Lauren prices in store. So you can walk in and find Polo Bear, purple label, double RL. I've seen videos of people finding double RL at Plato's Closet super cheap. It's just those, but you have to look for the niche. And Plato's is like Lululemon Viore is priced to the moon, whereas a purple label shirt will be priced $8, $10, $12. So you just got to know your brands and know like the specifics within the brands. Love all tips. Congratulations on your new adventure. Eating clean. I've lost 150 pounds. Let's go. 150 pounds. Donna, let's go. I woke up this morning and weighed myself. Kayla's like, you're addicted to weighing yourself now, but I always do it every morning. And I'm down to 205. So yesterday I was 206. Today I'm down to 205. So did my workout yesterday, sweated a lot, drank a lot of water before I went to bed, and I rested like heavy. Went to bed at like 12. Usually I'm up to like 2. Went to bed at 12 and I didn't wake up until like 9:30 because I was so tired. But feels good. I definitely feel the weight loss happening. When I first started, I was like, oh man, I don't feel like it. Like I feel like weak because I'm always so sore from doing the workouts. But now I feel it. I feel like the weight dropping off. It's just got to get a little bit more of the belly gone, so that way my back starts to loosen up, because that's where I was having most of my issues. There was nights, I don't think you guys understood, when I was doing Whatnot shows and my back was fried. Like I was standing up there running items, and at the end of the show I'd have to go lay on the couch and just let my back like decompress, because I have lower back issues, and I also have a herniated disc in the top of my neck from working at the post office. And some nights, man, I would just be so but a lot of it was because I was, overweight. I had a little bit too much of a belly. My back couldn't support that big belly. So glad it's starting to fall off now. Men's Brooks Brothers shirt. This is a good one. It does not have a pony logo on the front. There is no pony logo at all on this thing. But the reason it sold for so much is the size. It's a men's size 19. It's a big boy size, like a 3XL. Really hard to find. If you go to the thrift store, you're hardly ever going to find these big boy Brooks Brothers shirt. So because of that, I listed this one a little bit higher than I usually would for a basic Brooks Brothers shirt, and it sold for full asking price of $24.99. Sorry, I was gonna say $19.99. Sweater. Shut up, Felix. Get out of here. You have beautiful hair, by the way, Felix. I can see it all the way through my camera. It doesn't have a pony logo because it's... Oh, yeah. Did I say pony logo? Yeah, it doesn't have a logo on the front because it's Brooks Brothers. Yeah, it doesn't have a pony logo on the front for sure. Oh, good catch. Good catch. This one's going to ship out for... One Shippo gives me my rates. There it is. $5.89. That's cheap. Where's this going to? $5.89. When you mention an item, can you tell us where it was purchased, like thrift store or wholesale? This was thrift store. I can do that. Most of the stuff that I shipped out today was thrift. That's a good idea. I'll do that. Purchased from a thrift store. I don't have the prices, though, because I don't ever mark down my prices anymore. But this was purchased from a thrift store. If I had to guess, I probably paid around $5 or $6 for it. Also, watch some of my thrifting content, too. If you're on YouTube, I have 5 videos now of thrifting content. You'll kind of see some of these items you're seeing me ship, I've shown in those thrifting videos. I've seen huge price discounts on some shipments using eBay with FedEx Saver. Yeah, the only reason I wouldn't use FedEx Saver because I have to go drive those to the FedEx. Every day I would have to get up and drive them to FedEx. And to be honest, I don't know where FedEx is around here. So I wouldn't do that. I would rather pay a little bit more for Ground Advantage shipments and have the post office pick them up because time is money. If it takes me 30 minutes to drive to a FedEx store and 30 minutes back, that's an hour wasted. If I would list one item in that hour and sell that item within a week, I'd make more money than it would me driving back and forth. So you guys think time is money? I'll pay a little bit more and let the post office pick those up. Same with UPS too. A lot of the UPS SurePost packages are going to be cheaper than Ground Advantage by a couple pennies, but it's not worth it for me to have to go drive to UPS. My closest UPS is 20 minutes away from me. So that's a 40 minutes round trip, boom, boom, to go there and go back. 40 minutes doesn't make sense for a couple pennies. Sarah's been thinking about doing a thrift road trip and recording it. Me too, Dora. I actually was thinking about that yesterday, going on a road trip and filming the whole thing. I think in the summertime, when the kids are home, I'm probably going to do that a lot. At least 2 to 3 times I'm going to go somewhere. Chris has been doing on his channel a lot too, where he goes to the next town over or flies somewhere to Denver and he does a thrifting trip there. So I'm thinking about doing that, but I'll have to wait until summertime. Have you missed any daily listing videos? 0, Felix. Go back and watch, Felix. 0 daily listing. I just filmed mine this morning too. Go look, Felix. I can see you've been watching all the content. You have beautiful hair, by the way, Felix. The one Plato's near me is super snooty and only takes designer pretty much. Let's go. That could be good though. That could be good. Also what do you call them? Uptown Cheapskates near me. They do the same thing. They only take designer pieces. Here's a good sale. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren men's linen shirt. I found this at TJ Maxx. I think I paid $29 for this. So I paid up a little bit for it, but I knew it was going to sell fast. This one sold for $59 plus shipping, and it sold in less than a week. So nice little sale. Walgreens takes it. Yeah, same thing. My closest retail spots that I can go to where I live is 20 minutes away because we're deep inside of a development. So we have to drive out of the development to get out to somewhere. The closest grocery store is 20 minutes away, and that's where all of where the FedEx is, or not the FedEx, but the UPS store is. My post office is 35 minutes away. So anytime I have to drive to these stores, it's an hour. So just imagine every day having to drive an hour, how much tax that puts on your car too. I'd rather just have the post office come and grab my stuff from my house. It's free to have them pick it up, and it doesn't cost me any extra money. You taking a thrift trip? I don't believe it. I will, Felix. Watch, and I'll tag you in the video, Felix. I'll wear a big poofy wig, so that way it makes it look like I have your hair. I've been listing in bulk one day a week. Is it better to list items daily? There's no research behind any of it. People will say listing daily helps the algorithm. I think as long as you just get your items out there, just get your items out there. If you can only list 1 day a week, if you work a full-time job and you only have Saturdays to list your items, just list your items on Saturday. Missed my comment again? My bad, Trisha. Do you know how TikTok works? Did you get my text this morning? No, I didn't get your text this morning. I'll have to look on my phone afterwards. I'll check. Poshmark account has been temporary extended hold over 4 months now. Should I open a new one? Why would it have an extended hold? got to reach out to support and figure out why your account's on hold, right? There's got to be a reason. After this live, okay, I'll take a look. I'll take a look after the live. I weigh day two. Keeps you motivated. Good job. Glad you're having success. Yeah, I don't ever get down. If I gained a pound after I lost a pound, it wouldn't affect me because I know your weight's going to fluctuate depending on what you ate the last day and also how much water you drank too. Because if I drink a ton of water, I might gain a couple pounds or gain a pound the next day until I flush all that water out of me. But yeah, I feel good. I feel good every day. All right, last order going out. Appreciate all the questions. Keep your questions coming. If you have any last minute questions, drop them down in the chat below. This is a little bundle sale. I'm telling you guys, Tommy Bahama's, Hawaiian shirts, Tory Richards, rain spooners, they have been selling so fast. So get them listed. If you have these sitting around, you're like, wait, it's still winter time. I shouldn't be listing rain spooner shirts right now. List them because they're going to sell. Both of these sold together in a bundle for $49.48. $49.48. Also on eBay, I give a little discount. If they buy 2 or more items, they get free shipping. So this person got free shipping on top of that. I don't mind eating a little bit of a shipping cost because I'm giving them a good deal. So they come back and they buy more. So that's my plan with the free shipping. And it works out like a charm. You ever feel bloated? Now I don't. I don't feel bloated at all because I only eat a little bit of carbs. The only carbs I'm eating is 1 cup of rice, and it's white rice. It's none of that rice with any crap like added to it. It's just white rice and vegetables. So unless it's like a potato, sometimes when I eat a potato, like for lunch today, I'm gonna eat a potato, but I'll feel a little bloated after that. But then usually I'll drink a bunch of water and it goes away. I like fried rice from Spam. I can't have fried rice. I can't have anything fried. All whole foods, no fried foods. That's what I'm eating right now. By the way, this only weighs 15 ounces, chat. 15 ounces, under a pound. My garbage truck's outside. I can hear it. 15 ounces for 2 items is only going to cost me $6.46. $6.46. Human detecting an issue linked with this account for security measures have put in. Reach out to support. They talk to support. Like send them messages and figure out why your account is locked. That doesn't make any sense. I've never heard of that actually. I have a vintage rain spooner hula dancer shirt. I've been hoarding. Ooh, easy money. Got lots of keywords in there too. Hula girls. Put in the word hula girls and not hula dancers because some people just look up girls. They don't look up dancers. You can put hula girl dancers if you want. But hula girls usually is a good one to put into your title. Are you eating a lot of chicken? Chicken, beef, ground beef, and not lots of fish, but fish every once in a while. We'll have some fish. But like today, Kayla's making ground beef right now inside. She's also making pepper steak for tonight. There's like a healthy recipe she looked up for pepper steak, so that's what we're having for dinner tonight. Tomorrow, Saturday for Valentine's Day, we are having a cheat meal. I'm probably still going to eat healthy though. We're going to go to a steak place and I'm just going to eat steak, potato, and some veggies. So I'm still going to eat the same way. I can't change it. I'm on such a good streak right now. I don't want to go and eat a bunch of crap because then I'll feel like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. So I'm still going to eat healthy. My FedEx drop off is Dollar General. There you go. Yeah, there's a lot of them out there. We used to drop off at Walgreens too. Shippo doesn't seem to be as cheap as it used to be, maybe because of USPS price increases. Make sure when you're putting your dimensions in Shippo, you go in the settings and you create shipping profiles, especially if you sell clothing, and make sure you put in bag dimensions. If you're putting in 3 dimensions, it's not going to be cheaper. It's going to be the same price. If you put in bag dimensions underneath your settings, because it's the same thing Pirate Ship does, you're able to use the bag dimensions, so you only have to use 2 dimensions, 6, 7. Put in those bag dimensions and then use that to ship your labels. I guarantee if it's over a pound, it's going to be cheaper than eBay. It's going to be cheaper on Shippo than it is on eBay. If you use specifically bag dimensions. If you're going in and typing in 3 dimensions, it's going to be pretty much the same across the board. Also, if you wanted to, if you have a UPS store close to you, typically UPS, the SurePost is cheaper on all items on Shippo than it is on eBay. But I don't like saving a couple pennies, again, like I said earlier, to go drive them off. Doesn't make any sense. Have you sent something through Poshmark Authentic? I think that's what you're asking. Have I sent something? Yeah, I sold a purse on Poshmark a while ago, like when they first started the program, and it went to get authenticated by Poshmark. Also, I've sold a Burberry item. I think it was a Burberry trench, and that got authenticated too. But those are only two things. I don't sell things. I think it has to be over $500 for it to be sent through Posh Authentic, and I don't sell too many items that are over $500. Those are like mainly for like new at tag, like high end stuff that they do that for. Glad I caught you live. Have a good weekend. Appreciate you, Dora. Let's go. What about Hello Stale? Hello Stale. What's up, Chris? Chris, you came in right at the end. It's Shippo logo Hippo. Yes. If you go through my link tree in my bio, click on the Shippo, create an account through that link, and after you spend $25, you'll get $25 for free for shipping labels. And like I tell everybody, just use it, see if you like it. If you don't like it, at least I gave you $25 for free. But it's no cost to you. You just create an account, click that link, you get $25 after you spend $25. So yeah, might as well use it and get that free $25. All right, chat, that's everything going out the door today. I'll have the order pull video from all the stuff that you just sold later on today. Make sure you go check out all those order pull videos. I'm on day 44, I believe, today. So you have 43 videos to go back and watch since the beginning of this year. They can go watch everything that I picked up, or everything I sold. So go watch those videos. I may or may not do a midday whatnot show today. Kayla's taking the girls somewhere to go hang out, so I'll be home alone today. So I might just fire up a whatnot show and sell a bunch of brand new tag Polo Ralph Lauren pieces. I got a bunch to go through. So yeah, I might do that later today. If not, I will see you guys probably Sunday night will be the next time you guys see me live, because I'm not going to do a live tomorrow for Valentine's Day. And then Sunday night is the big whatnot show. So make sure you bookmark that, all purple label. We have some basic polo pieces coming in from consignment, so we will have some lower priced items for those of you who don't want to spend $300 on a pair of shoes. But we will have all purple label, and we have some purple label clothes. So make sure you go bookmark those shows. And I appreciate you guys hanging out.